Today we will be learning about elapsed time and using different models to find our elapsed time, such as a timeline, analog clock, and the Make 60 approach. Elapsed time is the time that has passed by between two events. Oftentimes, elapsed time is shown with a clock, just as a little reminder for the hands on the clock. The shorthand is our hour and our longhand is our minutes. And a fun way to remember it is if you spelled out hour and minutes, hour is a shorter word and minutes is longer. So we know that our hour hand is the shorter hand and our minutes hand is the longer hand. So our question for today is, Alexis went to the mall for 2 hours and 45 minutes. She left at 1:30 p.m. What time did Alexis get to the mall? So to find our elapsed time, which is the time between two events, we know that Alexis was at the mall for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that is going to be our elapsed time. Then it says she left at 1:30 p.m. So we know our end time is 1:30 p.m. And we need to find the time that Alexis got to the mall. So we need to find our start time. So start. So we are going to create a linear model first by using our timeline. We are going to be labeling our timeline with time. So when we label our timeline, I'm going to first put at the end 1:30 because we know that Alexis left at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to use a different color. So whenever we're working with time, we know that 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So we need to find our elapsed time, which was 2 hours and 45 minutes. So if we start at 1:30 and if we go 30 minutes, we end up at 1 o'clock. So now we have 30 minutes that we have subtracted. Next, from 1 o'clock, if I want to go 1 hour, we're going to land on 12 o'clock. That's 1 hour. So now, total, we have gone 1 hour and 30 minutes. And we still need to get to 2 hours and 30 minutes. So if I go 1 more hour, for another hour that has passed, we land on 11 o'clock. So now 2 hours and 30 minutes has passed, which is very close to our elapsed time, which is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So if we add 30 plus 15, we actually get 45. So we know we need to go an extra 15 minutes. Oh, this is 11. To get our 2 hours and 40 minutes. So if we go 15 minutes from 11 o'clock, we end up at 10:45. So 10:45 is our start time. Just as if we used it on our clock, if we are starting at 1:30. Oops. So I'm at 1:30. And I know that we need to have 2 hours and 45 minutes to pass. So first we jumped 30 minutes. So we went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we ended up at 1 o'clock. And then we needed to go another hour, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, because if you remember, 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So now we have 1 hour and 30 minutes that we have passed, and we need to go another hour. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So now we have passed 2 hours and 30 minutes. And we know that we need to go additional 15 minutes to get our 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we go 5, 10, 15, and we land at 10:45. So we know that Alexis got to the mall at 10:45. Now we are going to use our Make 60 approach. And I have an anchor chart created for us. And just like for our base 10, we had our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. But base 10 is a little different because it has smaller units. And it groups in tens to make larger units. So for our base Make 60 approach, we're going to regroup using 60. So to create 1 hour, it takes 60 minutes. So we still need to find our start time. So on our chart, I have our elapsed time, that how we're going to show our work, minutes, and our hours that it takes. So we know that we started at 1:30. So 1:30, that means start at 1:30. And for our work, I'm going to put start. Or it's really our end time. And we need to have 2 hours and 45 minutes passed. So just like I did on the clock and the timeline, first we're going to take 30 minutes away. So on the side, I'm subtracting 30, and we end up at 1 o'clock. And then we take away 1 hour, and we ended up at 12 o'clock. And if I take away 1 more hour, we end up at 11 o'clock. So now we have 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we need to take away 15 minutes to get our 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we end up at 10:45. So these are the different ways that you can use to find elapsed time. So for our problem today, it said Alexis went to the mall for 2 hours and 45 minutes. She left at 1:30 p.m. What time did Alexis get to the mall? So we know that Alexis got to the mall at 10:45 a.m. Thank you.